Hello everyone, this is John Frausto. Today I'm doing a side-by-side analysis of Juan Martin Del Potro. The Argentine has an absolutely huge forehand, and what I want to do is just show you some of the commonalities he has with some of the other pros on tour, and then some things that make his forehand unique. Currently he's in a ready position. Let's go ahead and progress the video and just look at the unit turn. One thing I do want to make you aware of is he does use a strong Eastern forehand grip similar to what Federer uses. Once again, with that, he's able to drive the ball, so impart a lot of power, yet he is able to put some topspin on the ball as well. But his ball does get through the court as well as anyone's. So here's a unit turn, and really like the fact that he keeps both hands on the racket. Notice how he is at 3 o'clock here, and both hands are still holding onto the racket head. He does generate the loop, and I'm a fan of the loop, how that racket starts high and then comes down low. He's increasing that swing path and able to generate a lot of racket head speed. One thing to keep in mind too is just look at the hand position in relation to the shoulders and how it is pretty much in line, maybe a little higher if you watch how he takes it back. So he doesn't have a substantial loop. I mean, it's not like it's so big that it throws off his timing. It's pretty much in line where I'd like to see it, right around shoulder height. All right, so here's his loading position, and one thing I want you to see, this is what makes his a little unique. He does keep that arm horizontal, and the racket head is up. But what I've noticed with him, and I'd be interested in your thoughts on this, and please put them in the comment section below. Watch how his non-hitting arm will drop. You see how that drops? And my thought on that is he's 6'6", so for him to track the ball, he's above the ball more so than someone like Federer who's 6'1". But notice how that arm drops a little sooner. I've watched a lot of footage, and these pros will keep this arm up a little longer. This is one thing that makes his forehand very unique. He does drop it sooner, and so see how it drops below that line. He's still in his the racket head is still up, and but notice how that arm is considerably lower. The other thing is, you look at guys like Djokovic and Thiem. Notice how the racket strings are still facing the camera. In this position here, Djokovic and Thiem would actually be showing their strings to the back fence. And if you watch the Thiem video, you'll see that it's noticeable. So not a lot of change in angle with that racket head. Does a nice job here. Notice his loading, how he's loading on that outside leg. Here he is in this video he is in a square stance, so he's actually going to the ball. In the video on the right, he is in an open stance. So once again, the stances vary, and they're determined by the incoming ball and the movement of the player. One other thing I want you to notice, I've always talked about how the pros are the most efficient and relaxed. Look at the non-hitting hand, how those fingers are spread apart. He's very, very relaxed. Not a lot of wrist tension, not a lot of arm tension, just very, very relaxed. All right, let's look at the racket drop. This film was filmed at 240 frames per second, so we get a lot of detail. Once again, look at the racket angle. It is closed, but not to the point where someone like Federer would have it completely closed. So he, maybe it could be here. Let's look at this video here. It's probably like at 45 degrees. So racket is closed, so he is going to be coming in from low to high. But the one thing I did notice here with Delpo is he does have a pretty level swing path. I mean, it is from low to high, but it's not as extreme as some of the other players. So once again, he's able to generate that power because he's really just leveling out the swing, coming in from low to high, but not as substantial as some of the other players. He also gets a good little wrist a little bit of a wrist snap or lag here, and that's because he's relaxed. And then when he gets that forward momentum, watch that racket head, how it'll lay back a little bit. This is the video I want you to watch here. Watch how it's coming down. He's relaxed. And then watch the little lag right there. Just levels out the swing. Let's look at the contact point. Let's look at the power angle too. I want you to look at the power position here. See that how that racket's laid back. He's got great leverage on the ball. And then look at the contact point. It's beautiful. Finding that ball out in front. Getting tremendous leverage on the ball. Look at the distance away from his body as well. Look at here how he's got some good separation from his body. And then the straight arm position, same thing that Federer and Nadal do. They've got that there's no bend there. It's a straight arm position. Great leverage, great extension. Contacts out in front. And then watch this. Look at the extension he gets. I mean, he really is taking that racket head out to the court. Good extension here. And then he pulls across the body. One other thing with Del Potro, I mean, the guy's 6'6", but he does, I mean, just look at the balance. I mean, he never looked off balance in any of these videos, always over his feet. And that's just a testament to the repetition he's put in on the court. All right, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button below if you did. If you really liked it, please share it with your friends, and make sure you click that little bell below to get notifications on future videos. Thanks a lot for visiting.